Have you ever wondered, really, has motherhood or is motherhood the reason why Amanda Nunes lost to Juliana Pena? That's always been a question that I've always asked myself. A question that I've always asked myself. Amanda Nunes, an incredible fighter, right? Juliana Pena, let's be honest right here. She's a good fighter, but she is nothing in comparison to Amanda Nunes, let's be honest, right? I mean, when she defeated Amanda Nunes, you personally weren't really expecting that was going to materialize. You thought Amanda Nunes is just going to have a dominant performance just like she does against most of her opponents, but then we got shocked. This begs the question. I know a lot of people haven't thought about this. A lot of people within the sort of like MMA community, especially intellectuals, or also like people with MMA brain, people who know a lot about MMA, have never really thought about this. But was motherhood the reason why Amanda Nunes lost to Juliana Pena? Let me repeat that one more time. Was motherhood the reason why Amanda Nunes lost to Juliana Pena? That's a question that you need to ask yourself, right? Think about this. Amanda Nunes has been vicious. She's been dominant. She's been brutal. She's been the baddest woman in the history of the UFC, in the history of mixed martial arts. This woman has just dominated everything. And out of nowhere, you've got an opponent that people have heard of. She's been around, but she's been as average as average could ever get, right? Then dethrones dethrones the lioness in Amanda Nunes, and you're telling me that something isn't wrong, right? Systematically. So maybe Amanda Nunes becoming a mother, in my opinion, has impacted different aspects of her life. Training, concentration, just like being focused on like the fights, being focused on becoming a better fighter. It has affected everything now because you've become a mother. You're thinking, you know what, I need to look after my child, right? I need to do this, I need to provide, I need to do all of these different things, right? So you go from that person who's focused on improving, in my opinion, though I'm not a mother, I'm a man, but you go from that person who wants to improve, right? That person who wants to become a better fighter, systematically become a better fighter, to a person who is just more soft. I've got a baby, I need to look after my baby. Do you know what I mean? So can you see how things just change? So I believe that if Amanda Nunes, in my personal opinion, or how I view things or how I see things, I perceive this to be true. I conceive this to be true, that if Amanda Nunes wasn't a mother, right? If she didn't have a child, she would still be the undisputed UFC Bantamweight champion of the world of flyweight. With featherweight, which belt did she lose to Juliana Pena? Whichever belt she lost to Juliana Pena, she would be that champion. That's what I'm talking about. And it's sad to see that she lost the belt. But, I mean, if she doesn't feel comfortable fighting, she's still the greatest female fighter of all time, without a shadow of a doubt. Anyway, Ronda Rousey has been incredible. But man, Holly Holmes, once Ronda Rousey got dethroned by Holly Holmes at UFC 192, it was really over. She came back at UFC 207 to fight Nunes, the lioness, but she got totally annihilated. You know what I mean? So I think from Amanda Nunes' accomplishments and the people she beaten, I'm talking about the likes of Ronda Rousey, Holly Holm, Misha Tate, Megan Anderson, the list just goes on right from that. And even girls like Raquel Pennington, really tough girls, right? I think from that perspective, right, I think Amanda Nunes is certainly, without a shadow of a doubt, the greatest women's mixed martial arts fighter of all time. Cyborg is amazing. Valentina Shevchenko is absolutely terrific. Let me repeat that. Cyborg is amazing. Valentina Shevchenko is just absolutely terrific. But I think Amanda Nunes, what she's accomplished, what she's done, if she chooses, hallelujah, to retire, Amanda Nunes is still the greatest female fighter of all time, without a shadow of a doubt, ladies and gentlemen. And can you dispute that? Am I going to have another idiot in the comment section saying that, well, I totally disagree. I think Amanda Nunes isn't really good, to be honest. I think Amanda Nunes isn't as good as Ronda Rousey or Cyborg or Holly Holmes, technically speaking. But Amanda Nunes has defeated all these fighters. Amanda Nunes has knocked out Chris Cyborg. When she fought Cyborg, no one expected it. So, like, I think, again, as I've mentioned previously, motherhood in my opinion, has been the reason why Amanda Nunes has been dethroned. Let me repeat that again. Motherhood is the reason, in my opinion, why Amanda Nunes has been dethroned as the undisputed UFC champion of the world, right? So honestly, I think for me personally, it's critically important to hear your opinion. I said before, I opine on things, but again, I'm just saying, I don't want to be like, everyone's like, oh, well, don't make excuses for Amanda Nunes, don't make excuses for like the Amanda Nunes, but I'm just trying to speak the truth. Like, I really am trying to speak the truth. I think if Amanda Nunes hadn't been a mother and she was focused on training, and it feels like I'm making excuses for Nunes, right? But Juliana Pena wouldn't have beaten Amanda Nunes. I guarantee she wouldn't have. She's not a better wrestler. So, well, she might be a better wrestler, but Amanda Nunes is a brown belt in judo, a highly decorated brown belt in judo. Her striking is a bit better. So you can see when we was watching the fight and Pena was stinging Amanda Nunes with these jabs, right? I was thinking, Nunes, come on, like, how the hell can, like, you know what I mean? She wasn't moving her head and she gave up really quickly as well. Have you seen how, she was sticking it? And once she got the takedown was so easy. And she sunk in the choke very easily as well. And then Amanda Nunes tapped out very quick as well. She did tap out. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to hear your view. I'm just trying to. Sounds like I'm trying to make excuses for Nunes, but I'm not. I'm harsh. Like, you know what I mean? I expect more from Nunes. I expect more from like all the fighters. Really, I really do. Like Amanda Nunes and people, especially great fighters like Valentina Shevchenko and Amanda Nunes, right? They can mix things up really well. So I expect more from them. But like, she lost, so I can understand why she lost. Like, I can understand that. Like, motherhood is a real thing. I'm not a mother, I'm a man, but seeing things from Nunes's perspective, I can see why, like having a child, you need to focus on providing for the child, but also taking care, looking after the child. And you're thinking about your child. When you love a child, you love your child, you think about them. So like that just takes away from your training. It takes away from your ability to be focused on one thing. Do you know what I mean? Though I respect that, but I also am not trying to make excuses for Nunes, but I'm saying that is largely or primarily the reason why she lost to Juliana Pena. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've opined on my views about why Nunes lost, and this was a long time ago. It's like 3 months ago now, right? Or 2-3 months ago. Well, I want your opinions, or at least your views on the card or the fight between Nunes and Pena, and maybe I need an explanation, on why she lost from you lot. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you taking the time watching the video. It means a lot to me. And until next time, peace.